Hello children, today we will learn grammar. The topic is noun clauses. So noun clauses, it is there in your textbook, page number 23rd. So here we get the noun clauses, e-main noun clause. Compound nouns, already we have seen the examples. So today we will learn noun clause. So we will get into the deeper of this topic. After that we will do this, you can copy these examples to your classwork. Okay. First let me explain what is noun clause. Have you heard what is noun clause in the earlier classes? Okay, let it be. We learn now. So first I want to give the definition for this noun clause. What is this noun clause? So a noun clause is a dependent clause that acts as a noun. It can be used as the subject, direct object, indirect object, object of a preposition or subject to complement or oppositive. In these many ways we can use. So actually what is this noun clause? Noun clause is a dependent clause. What is dependent clause? Means the clause which has no meaning without adding to the main clause. It means that it is dependent in order to get the perfect meaning. So it needs to be added to the main clause. Without main clause, this dependent clause will not have the complete meaning. It may have the meaning but not complete meaning. It will not convey the exact message. That is why this clause, such type of clauses are called dependent clause. So here the noun clause is nothing but it is dependent clause, but that clause acts as a noun. That is important. Okay, this whenever the dependent clause is acting as a noun, then that clause is itself called as noun clause. Simple, right? So don't think something else, just dependent clause acts as a noun, then that clause is called noun clause. So it can be used as subject, that noun itself will be acting as subject or direct object or indirect object. What is this direct object and indirect object? So for example, David repaired his car. David repaired his car. In this, which is direct object? His car. His car is the direct object. So David has done something. What is the activity? Repair. He has done repaired to what? His car. So that his car is the object. That is called here direct object. And what about the indirect object? So for example, they sent him a postcard. They sent him a postcard. Him is there, no? They sent him. That him is indirect object. Actually what they have sent? Postcard. Understood? So postcard here is direct object. So we can understand that without direct object there will not be indirect object. They sent him, for example I said they sent him. What they sent him? We can't get, right? We don't know the exact information is not there. Simply if I say they sent him, what they have sent? Something should be there, some object should, that object is direct object, and they sent him. Him is the indirect object. Okay, that's what here we have seen. So such type of subject we know which is doing some action, the doer of the sentence or about whom we are talking, that and all called as subject. So here see the example, what I had forgotten was that I had a test today. Got it? So here simple examples, after that we will go into the deep. What I had forgotten here means indirectly you are making the statements. It was, it is. So enter here to here, this is one clause, and here this clause is acting as a noun. So this clause is noun clause. What I had forgotten means something that fellow has forgotten. What is that? I had that fellow had test today, he had forgotten. So here what? This about the test they are mentioned as indirectly what? That much clause they have used. What I had forgotten. That was. So here to here, that is one clause and that is working as subject. So that is noun clause. Here also see direct object. You must choose which flavor of ice cream you want. You must choose. You must choose. Okay, here to here one clause, main clause. After that we are giving little more description. What is the object here? Which flavor of ice cream you want? Here to here is one object here. For example, imagine it is not there. You must choose an ice cream. Then that ice cream is direct object. So instead of just giving ice cream, we have given little more description. That's what, which flavor of ice cream you want. So that is direct object. So this clause here to here, which flavor of ice cream you want, that is noun clause. That is noun clause because that is acting as noun. And of course this is object itself, but here acting as noun. Then indirect object, what is? I will tell whoever will listen my frightening story. Okay. So here whoever will listen, I will tell is one clause, main clause, and after that we are giving little more description. What is the whoever will listen? That is here noun clause because this is indirect object. Then object of a preposition, we know prepositions and all we know, right? Last class we have studied about prepositions, which shows the relationship between nouns and the other words in the sentence, or noun and noun, like that we have seen. In, on, up, inside, outside, so many prepositions we have seen. So like that, see here object of a preposition, that also acts as a noun clause. Ritu is not interested. Okay, here to here one clause, but what, in which she is not interested? Whatever Kishan says. Whatever Kishan says, she is not interested. So whatever Kishan says, that is dependent clause, right? Because without this statement, it does not have the complete meaning. Whatever Kishan says, okay, further. Whatever Kishan says, Riti is not interested in. So here this is noun clause, object of a preposition. Here in is the preposition. So for this preposition, what is object? Whatever Kishan says is the object. So here we are this sentence is, this clause is acting as noun clause. Next, what about the subject complement? Mohan's excuse was, Mohan's, further information you are giving. Mohan's excuse, what is that? That he had forgotten to set his alarm. So it is starting with this clause, dependent clause. Okay, Mohan's excuse was, for some more information. Mohan is subject here, right? But here this is acting as noun. Then appositive. So what is this appositive? Appositive means it adds some more information to the noun. It will give so much of information in the next sentence. For example, here it seems to bother the teacher that all the students are being too quiet. So here if you see, it seems to bother the teacher. From here to here, one clause, main clause we can take, right? After that, further information that all the students are being too quiet. This is another clause. So here we can see noun clause because this is dependable. This is depending on the main clause. Without this, it is not having any meaning. Imagine, read, without this statement, without this clause, can you get any complete information that all the students are being too quiet? Are you unable to understand? Here to here, does it give complete meaning? No, it is not giving. So it is depending on the main clause. This is dependent clause, and here this dependent clause is acting as noun. So we have given the name as noun clause. So we can take the running rows. Noun clauses often begin with some clues. Here I am going to little more we'll learn about the noun clause. Noun clauses often begin with pronouns. What is that? First one, remember, very easily you can identify the noun clauses. First thing, often begin with what? Pronouns. Often, so many times. And subordinating conjunctions. And also subordinating conjunction. Next are any other words also. The introductory words generally has a grammatical function in the sentence. Some introductory words will be there, but it will be having some function of the grammar. Then what about the other one? Pronouns means here relative pronouns. So I gave the list here: that, which, who, whom, whose, what. These are the relative pronouns. So that's what here we have seen, whatever, which, what I had forgotten in the earlier examples I gave. So here we have the rules we had to use. So relative pronoun, generally these noun clauses will be starting with these, any of these, the relative pronouns or indefinite relative pronoun, or see what is this here, indefinite relative pronouns are whoever, when, whomever, whatever, whichever, whether, if. These are the indefinite relative pronoun. Means there is no particular, there is no certainty here. That is why here indefinite. Then interrogative pronouns, who. Interrogative adjective, what. Interrogative adverb, how. And subordinating conjunctions, any of this you can use in the noun clauses. That is how, if, when, whenever, where, whether, why. Okay. So here another one from this noun clauses is question clause. How can we make the noun clause in the question clause? So in a noun clause, even if the noun clause is a question, the dependent clause is written as a declarative. Okay, even the noun clause is in the form of question, then you may get doubt. How can we understand, how can you make it as noun clause if it is a question? For example, say, where is your father? Then how can we make it as dependent clause? Yes, we can. Do you know where your father is? This is noun clause. Where your father is, this is dependent. This is dependent clause. Do you know is the question. So, noun clause. But the thing is that we should not make the statement like this. Do you know where is your father? If you make sentence like this, that is wrong. So, that is why I put like this. So, do not do that mistake. Where your father is, that is the question, correct way of writing. Then, where did you assign that? We all ask, when you assign this, sorry, when did you assign that? So, we all ask when you assign that. That is noun clause here, if you want to put like that. Then if so, generally the people will be doing like this. We all ask when did you assign that? Unless they put it in the question, sorry, quotations mark, then only we can do like this. Otherwise, we have to go with this method. Then here I gave few questions. So tomorrow you do this and send it in the WhatsApp. I have to underline which is noun clause. Just 5 questions I give. Do this. Go through the video and try to understand and do it. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you.